How do I know that your potential as a human being is unlimited? How do I know that you can reach heights that maybe you might even be aware that you can? How do I know that whatever it is that you desire, of course, within certain reason, right? If you want $10 million tonight, I don't know if we can do that right away, but how do I know that you have the potential to reach heights in your life, career, relationships, finances, everything that maybe you've never ever thought of? I have the answer in a moment. You're tuned in to David Essel Live, helping Americans and the world heal. Buzzsprout.com. For 35 years now, we've been doing these broadcasts, radio, TV, podcasts. I mean, oh my gosh, it's just something I love so much, and I just want to continue to give this information out. So how do I know that every person that comes into my practice, every client over the past 43 years has extremely unlimited potential? How do I know that? You know, we know an acorn is really tiny. The acorn is just a tiny, tiny, tiny little thing that grows and can grow into an amazing oak tree. Some oak trees are 4 feet tall and they're all bent and windy, and others can grow to be huge in height. The difference many times is the care, the self-care. If the oak tree is planted and is taken care of by some person and nurtured and watered and fertilized, it has the greatest potential to go and to grow much bigger than one that is neglected, right? And so we want to look at that with human beings. You know, the human being that puts time into their self-care, that nurtures themselves, that fertilizes their spiritual health, their physical health, their mental health. Those individuals are unlimited in their potential. I have worked with so many people over the years that never really believed in themselves. Heroin addicts that made a lot of money, but they were still heroin addicts. They just didn't believe in themselves. They needed a crutch. You know, I've worked with some amazing athletes that were completely addicted to alcohol, and we had to get them into this whole thing about self-care, self-fertilization, right? How about you? You know, where is your self-care? Where is your self-fertilization? What do you do first thing in the morning? Do you get up and turn electronics on, or do you get up and pray or meditate or read or go for a walk? Like, this is fertilization for your heart, soul, mind, and body, right? I'm going to make this a short video, but what I want you to do is realize this. Our potential is completely tied in to how well we water ourselves, how well we fertilize ourselves, how well we feed ourselves. And when you write down your current lifestyle, like, this is what I normally eat, this is what I normally drink, this is what I normally watch, this is what I normally read, this is what I normally listen to, you can find out right away if you're fertilizing your life to be unlimited, or if you're stuck in mass consciousness, if you're trying to keep up with everyone else that's paying attention to politics and the pandemic and all the other stuff that constantly changes that you can't keep your finger on for more than 30 seconds, for God's sake. You know, final story, I worked with a guy that was nowhere near his potential. He was so incredibly talented. He was so freaking intelligent. He was so gifted. And yet he stumbled around social media and all these other places arguing with people over politics. And one day I gave him an exercise that I've given so many people, to go home and to write down everything he listened to, watched, and read for 7 days. And next to it to write down, did it lift his spirits or not? When he came in the next week, there was not one thing in 7 days that he had paid attention to that lifted his spirit. Why is that? Because he wasn't fertilizing his mind, body, and soul. He was too hung up in the world, trying to keep up with every interview, every politician, every this. And then his life radically changed. I want the same for you. If I can help you at all, we have a 50% discount going on my coaching and counseling services at TalkDavid.com. When you go to Talk David, there's going to be 4 books you can get for free. I'm just so glad you're with us. Have a beautiful day. Make sure you fertilize your mind, body, spirit, and soul every day. I'm David Essel. Talk to you soon.